A hospital bed in Northampton, England. July 11th, 1999. Michael Schumacher lies still. His right leg is broken. Titanium rods hold the bones together. The surgery took 4 hours. The doctors say he will not race again this season. Maybe never. Outside the window, the world continues. Cars pass, people walk. Life moves forward. But inside this room, time has stopped. Schumacher stares at the ceiling. His hands rest on the white sheets. They are not moving. For the first time in 20 years, his hands are still. He is not in a car, he is not in control, and that terrifies him more than the pain. On the small television mounted to the wall, a Formula 1 race plays. Austria, the A1 ring, Red Bull territory. The cars scream through the corners. The sound is thin through the hospital speakers, but Schumacher knows every gear change, every braking point, every moment where a driver lifts off the throttle. He knows because he should be there. But he is here. 12 hours earlier, Silverstone circuit, the British Grand Prix, lap 1, Michael Schumacher is leading. He has been leading since the start. Ferrari is fast today, faster than McLaren, faster than anyone expected. The championship is close. Schumacher and Mika Häkkinen are separated by only 2 points. Every race matters. Every lap matters. Every corner. Schumacher breaks into Stowe Corner, 180 kilometers per hour down to 100 in less than 2 seconds. The car responds. The tires grip, everything is perfect. Then the brakes fail, not slowly, not with warning, instantly. One moment, he is braking. The next, the pedal goes to the floor. No pressure, no response. The car does not slow. Schumacher does not panic. He has been racing since he was 4 years old. He has crashed before. He has walked away from impacts that should have killed him. His body knows what to do before his brain catches up. He aims for the tire barrier. Better tires than a wall. Better a soft impact than a hard one. But at Silverstone, the tire barriers are not soft. The car hits at 90 kilometers per hour. The front suspension collapses. The nose cone shatters. The impact travels through the chassis, through the seat, into Schumacher's body. His right leg takes the force. The femur breaks. He feels it before he hears it. A sharp crack inside his thigh. Then pain. Not the dull ache of exhaustion. Not the burn of muscle strain. This is different. This is structural. This is damage. The marshals arrive within seconds. They pull him from the car. He does not scream. He does not cry out. He grits his teeth and stays silent. Because that is what champions do. The helicopter takes him to Northampton General Hospital. Ross Brawn is already on the phone. Jean Todt is booking a flight. Ferrari is mobilizing. But Michael Schumacher is not thinking about Ferrari. He is thinking about the championship. And he is thinking about Eddie Irvine. Eddie Irvine is Michael Schumacher's teammate. He is fast. Not as fast as Michael. No one is as fast as Michael, but fast enough. Eddie has won races before, Monaco, Australia. He knows how to handle pressure. He knows how to race wheel to wheel. He knows how to finish, but he has never fought for a championship. And now with Michael in a hospital bed, Eddie is Ferrari's only chance. That night, Michael's phone rings. It is Eddie. How bad is it? Bad, Michael says. His voice is flat. No emotion, just fact. How long? Rest of the season. Silence on the line. You still there? Michael asks. Yeah, I'm here. Another pause. Eddie, Michael says. You have to win it. I know. No, you don't understand. You have to win it. Ferrari has built this car for a championship. We have the speed. We have the strategy. We have everything we need. The only thing missing is me, but you can do it. You can finish what we started. Eddie does not respond immediately. When he does, his voice is quieter. I'll try. Trying isn't enough. The line goes silent again. I'll win it. Eddie says finally. Good. Michael hangs up. He leans back against the pillow. The pain medication is starting to work. His leg feels distant, numb, like it belongs to someone else. But his mind is sharp. He picks up the remote, turns on the television, finds a racing channel. He will watch every race, every qualifying session. Every practice. He will study Eddie. He will study Häkkinen. He will study every mistake, every opportunity, every moment where the championship could be won or lost. Because even from a hospital bed, Michael Schumacher does not stop working. Austria, July 25, 1999. Eddie Irvine finishes second. Häkkinen wins. Michael watches from the hospital. His leg is in a cast. He is supposed to be resting. Instead, he is taking notes. Eddie braked too early into turn 2. He lost 2/10 there. He was too cautious on the exit of turn 4. Another 10th lost. By the end of the race, he was 5 seconds behind Häkkinen. 5 seconds. In Formula 1, 5 seconds is an eternity. Michael calls Eddie after the race. You were too slow in turn 2. I I know. Then why did you do it? I didn't want to crash. You don't win championships by not crashing. You win by being faster. Eddie does not argue. He never argues with Michael. No one does. Next race, Michael says. Germany. Home race. You have to win. I'll try. Eddie. I'll win. Germany. August 1st, 1999. Eddie Irvine wins. Michael watches from home. He is back in Monaco now, recovering. Physical therapy 3 times a day. The doctors say he is healing faster than expected, but not fast enough. Not fast enough to race. When Eddie crosses the finish line, Michael allows himself a small smile. 1 win. 6 races left. It is possible. Hungary. August 15th, 1999. Eddie finishes 3rd. Häkkinen wins again. Michael throws the remote across the room. His wife Corinna picks it up without a word. She has seen this before. The frustration, the helplessness, the rage at being unable to control the outcome. He's doing his best, she says quietly. His best isn't good enough. He's not you. Michael looks at her. His jaw is tight. His eyes are hard. I know. Belgium. August 29th, 1999. Eddie takes too much curb on the exit. The car snaps sideways. He hits the barrier at 200 kilometers per hour. He walks away, but the car is destroyed and the championship is slipping. Michael does not call Eddie after the race. He cannot trust himself to speak. Italy. September 12th, 1999. Monza. Ferrari's home race. The Tifosi, the Ferrari fans pack the grandstands. 50,000 people dressed in red, 50,000 people chanting Eddie's name. Eddie qualifies on pole. The race is perfect. He leads from start to finish. No mistakes, no hesitation, just speed. When he crosses the line, the crowd erupts. Michael watches from the paddock. He is there, not racing, just watching. He wanted to be there. He needed to be there. Even if he cannot drive, he can be present. He can remind Eddie and everyone else that this is still his team. After the race, Eddie finds him in the garage. We're back in it, Eddie says. Michael nods. Don't lose it again. Eddie looks at him. For a moment, something flickers across his face. Frustration, maybe anger, but he says nothing. He just walks away. Malaysia. October 17th, 1999. Eddie finishes 2nd again. Häkkinen wins. The championship gap is 4 points. 1 race left. Japan. October 34th, 1999. Suzuka, the same track where Michael will win his first Ferrari championship 1 year later. But this year, he is not racing. Eddie Irvine is, and Eddie needs a miracle. The mathematics are simple. Eddie must win. Häkkinen must finish 3rd or lower. Possible, but unlikely. Michael is in the Ferrari garage. He wears a team jacket. His leg is still in a brace. He cannot race, but he can be here. He can watch. He can hope. The race begins. Eddie starts 2nd. Häkkinen starts on pole. By lap 10, Häkkinen is leading. Eddie is 2nd. By lap 20, nothing has changed. By lap 40, it is over. Häkkinen wins. Eddie finishes 2nd. Mika Häkkinen is the 1999 world champion. Not Eddie Irvine, not Ferrari, not Michael Schumacher. The Ferrari garage is silent. Mechanics stand with their arms crossed. Engineers stare at their monitors. Jean Tot's face is stone. Michael does not move. He watches Eddie climb out of the car, watches him remove his helmet, watches him force a smile for the cameras. Eddie did his best, but his best was not enough. Later, in the Ferrari motorhome, Michael sits alone. No one disturbs him. Not the engineers, not Tot, not even Corinna. They know. He is not angry at Eddie. He is angry at himself. Because if he had been more careful at Silverstone, if he had tested the brakes one more time before the race, if he had done something, anything differently, he would have been in that car, and he would have won. A knock on the door. Eddie enters. He does not sit. He stands near the door, like he is ready to leave at any moment. I'm sorry, Eddie says. Michael looks up. Don't apologize. I tried. I really did. I know. Eddie shifts his weight. He looks uncomfortable, like he wants to say something but does not know how. You would have won, Eddie says finally. Michael does not deny it. Yeah, he says, I would have. Eddie nods. He turns to leave. Eddie. He stops. Thank you, Michael says. Eddie does not turn around. He just nods again. Then he is gone. Michael Schumacher sits alone in the dark. His leg aches. The medication is wearing off, but he does not take more. He wants to feel it. He wants to remember, because next year he will be back. And next year, no one will take the championship from him. Not Häkkinen, not bad luck, not brake failure. Next year, he will control everything. 1 year later, October 8th, 2000, Suzuka. Michael Schumacher crosses the finish line in 2nd place, but Häkkinen has retired. Michael Schumacher is the 2000 world champion. Ferrari's first driver's championship in 21 years. In the cockpit, Michael does not celebrate immediately. He sits. He thinks about 1999. He thinks about the hospital bed. He thinks about Eddie. He thinks about the race he could not finish. And he thinks about the year he spent watching, helpless, powerless. Never again. He climbs out of the car. The team surrounds him. Jean Todt hugs him. Ross Brawn shakes his hand. The mechanics cheer, but Michael's mind is elsewhere. He is thinking about a radio call that never happened, a conversation that only existed in his head, a promise he made to himself in a hospital bed. Win it, no matter what, win it. Years later, a journalist asks Michael about 1999. Do you ever think about what would have happened if you hadn't crashed? Michael pauses. Every day, he says. Do you think you would have won? Yes. Does that bother you? Michael looks at the journalist. No, he says, because it taught me something. What? That control is an illusion. You can prepare, you can train, you can be faster than everyone else, but you cannot control everything. The car can fail, the brakes can break, life can take you out of the race when you least expect it. So what do? Michael smiles. You make sure that when you do get back in the car, no one can stop you. The journalist writes it down, but Michael is not finished. 1999 was the hardest year of my life, he says, not because of the injury, because I had to watch someone else fight my fight, and I had to accept that I could not do it for them. Do you think Eddie did his best? Yes. Was his best good enough? Michael does not answer. He just looks out the window, at a racetrack somewhere in the distance, at a car he is not driving, at a race he is not winning, and he thinks about a radio no one heard, a conversation that never happened, a championship that slipped away. In a hospital bed in Northampton, England, Michael Schumacher made a promise. Not to Eddie, not to Ferrari, to himself. This will never happen again. I will never be helpless again. I will never watch again. I will always be in control. And for 5 years after that, he was 5 consecutive world championships. Unbreakable, unstoppable, untouchable. But in 1999, for one brief moment, he was none of those things. He was just a man in a hospital bed, watching, hoping, and learning that sometimes even the greatest cannot control everything. The radio no one heard was not a conversation. It was a silence. The silence of a champion who could not race. The silence of a man who could not save his own championship. The silence of someone who realized that greatness is not just about speed, it is about coming back.